Hello friends and potential friends. Well, today's January 24th, 2022, about 9:30, quarter to 10 in the morning, and the temperature is just rising up past about 45 degrees. We got down to 34 last night, quite possibly the coldest night of the winter for us down here in Central Florida. And I know a lot of you are probably laughing right now, but when you're growing tomatoes in January, anytime it goes below 40, you start getting nervous. So from what I see so far, things look okay, but let me get these covers off of here and we'll see what we really have. Well, they sure didn't like being covered up like that, but I think it saved them for the most part. So let me get this camera off the tripod and we'll take a closer look. Okay, this was a little bit exposed here, but I really don't see any major damage. Still a couple of tomatoes in there hanging on. I don't see any on the ground. That's a good sign. Of course, that'll probably happen in the next few hours if it's going to. I still got blossoms. Of course, everything at the top was taller than the trellis, so it's kind of leaning over a little bit now from that sheet being on it. Oop, and I broke that one, it looks like. That's gonna happen. So far the aromas are looking pretty good. A little bit damaged down here at the end, but I don't think that's from any frost or anything. Got some mule teams hanging in there. More mule teams. Praxis cherries still looking good. And the ponderosas are still looking good. So I guess I won't be trying out any fried green tomatoes today. Although I might, just for the grins. Over on this side, there's some brandywines down there. Oh, there's one starting to ripen too. And these are Abe Lincolns over here. And I'm looking and oh, there's some. Nope, that's brandywines. There's an Abe Lincoln. Yeah, still got some hanging in there and more blossoms. Now the cold hardy stuff. Collards, kale, kohlrabi, eggplant. They don't seem to have noticed any change in the temperatures. And the Brad's Atomic grapes, they are still hanging on there, and boy, those things are slow to ripen. And again, still producing more blossoms. So bottom line, looks like I bit the bullet. We made it through. And boy, that sun is starting to feel good. It's just now starting to hit these tomatoes. And I'm sure they're going to appreciate it. Asparagus, still doing fine. It doesn't seem to mind the weather. Onions still growing slow. Radishes still producing. I didn't cover either of these and they look just fine. My elephant garlic still coming up. And this cabbage down here and the kohlrabi Still doing well. Let's walk over here to my test case. These are some more Brandywine tomatoes. They had not been producing, mainly because they're in the shade too much of the time. They do keep trying, but if I don't move them somewhere where they get more sunlight, they're not going to produce anything. And everything else in here, this is also a little bit too much shade, but the eggplant still keeps trying to produce. The kohlrabis, they need more sunlight. This is clearly not a good place for them. And everything else around here. Pineapples, they don't pay much attention to 30-degree temperatures. The two remaining mangoes are still looking okay, but they probably did not appreciate the temperatures last night, so I'll have to keep a close eye on them. And then the rosemary, it seems to do fine in the cooler weather too. So, looks like we survived what might be the only near freeze of 2022 winter. And I still have tomatoes inside ripening, so have to be happy with that. But that's our status, and I'll see you on the next one.